We love cartoons for adults, and you should too. Welcome to our What Is series, where we break down shows in progress so you can know what they're all about. And pour yourself a stiff drink, because today we're going to be talking about FX's spy throwback, Archer. Created by Adam Reed, whose work you may remember from such cult animated shows like C-Lab 2021 and Frisky Dingo, Archer chronicles the misadventures of the spy agency known as ISIS. Yes, that really is the name. Keep in mind, this show premiered all the way back in 2009, before the real-world terrorist group ISIS started making the news, so you can understand why the newer seasons of the show, they don't mention the name of the agency anymore. When the creator was asked why they didn't meet this coincidence head-on, he said something, and I'm paraphrasing him here, "Hey, we're not South Park." ISIS's top agent is the one Sterling Archer, voiced by the great John H. Benjamin, a not-so-smooth operator with a love of women and booze, who seems to only be able to keep his job in the world of high-stake espionage because his mother, Mallory Archer, runs the entire operation, often keeping important information from her agents, including her son. If you think these two have a really weird and messed up relationship, you are 100% correct. In fact, Archer's spy codename is Duchess, after his mother's beloved dead Afghan hound. Also working alongside Archer, we have his ex, Lana Kane, voiced by Aisha Tyler, a take-no-nonsense sort of spy who more often than not ends up being Archer's put-upon babysitter. As the show starts, she just so happens to be dating ISIS pencil pusher Cyril Figgis, Archer's complete opposite, voiced by Chris Parnell. These two men clashing for Lana's attention and affection makes up a good chunk of the series. But I assure you, it is everything but your oh-so-tired love triangle stuff. Rounding out the rest of the cast, we have characters like Carol, or is it Cheryl, I can never remember, a rich heiress who works as a secretary in the ISIS offices, who's had sex with pretty much everyone who works there and harbors enough issues to sink a ship, including but not limited to pyromania and the odd bit of glue sniffing. Pam, the human resources woman with a history of street racing and street fighting. Pam is more often than not the butt of many of the others' jokes, but she's always able to remain positive and upbeat. Then there's my favorite character, Dr. Aldrin Krieger, a scientist who may very well be one of the boys from Brazil. For those of you who never saw that movie, they're clones of Hitler. When he's not building crazy machines, he drives around in his awesome rush van, accompanied by his anime hologram wife. The average episode of Archer finds the team being sent out on some manner of 007 style mission, only to get in over their heads and more often than not screw things up, but come out mostly okay in the end. There's also a good chance that any mission the team was sent on was just a cover for some dirty backroom deal Mallory was running, either for some manner of monetary gain or to cover her own ass. The comedy of Archer comes fast and furious. It's all very talky and very riffy, filled with plenty of innuendo and even some awesome nerd references to things like the X-Men and Shazam TV show. The show also makes great use of comedic pacing and will often just cut off at the funniest moment. Sterling's incompetence and over-the-top, almost childlike behavior is also a big source of laughs, and you know it just wouldn't be an animated comedy if we didn't have some catchphrases to go around. You can take your pick from phrasing to danger zone. The art style of Archer also deserves a special mention. It's wonderfully retro, existing somewhere between old-school Johnny Quest cartoons and Mad Men. The show's time setting is also comedically anachronistic, deliberately mixing technologies, clothing, both modern and retro, historical backdrops of different decades. Fidel Castro is still alive, and the Soviet Union is also a major world power. In fact, in the first season, Mallory Archer is carrying on an affair with the head of the KGB. While Archer is a wacky out-there comedy, it's not to say there isn't some depth as well. Over the course of the series, we do gain a better understanding of why these characters are the way they are and why they choose to keep living the lifestyle that they do. Well, that's pretty much everything you need to know to get you started on Archer. The show is currently 6 seasons deep, with a 7th on the way in 2017. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you want to check out some of the other great videos we have on offer here at the channel. Until next time, everyone, I will see you around.